If you've ever felt like you're playing a character in a movie, a role you didn't fully choose, like deep down, something's been scripting your life for you, repeating the same lines, the same emotions, and the same outcomes, even though you're ready for something completely different, it's because your subconscious mind is running your old, default character and the type of life that aligns with that, one that got installed long before you ever had a say. And when this happens, you're stuck, living out a version of yourself written by others. And that's often rooted in fear, shaped by survival, and kept alive by repetition. And even if you try to change your habits or visualize a better life, if that old script is still running in the background, nothing really changes, because the subconscious mind doesn't necessarily follow your goals. It follows your self-image first, and the internal map that aligns with that. And here's something you may not know. Somewhere along the way, your subconscious mind made a contract. It said, if I stay in this role, if I stay small, stay agreeable, stay guarded, I'll be safe. Then that old contract gets buried, forgotten, but it's still running the show. And maybe you felt that, the tension of trying to outgrow an old role that no longer fits, but still clings to you like it's part of you. It's that fear of stepping into something bigger, even when everything in you knows that it's time. If you've ever felt like you were living from a role that was never really yours, let me know in the comments. What character do you feel like you've been playing, and which parts of that are you ready to let go of? Here's the thing about the subconscious contracts. They don't just fade on their own. They'll linger until you consciously change them. And when you finally do, everything in life also changes, because the moment you stop acting from that outdated script, your world starts responding to a different version of you, one who isn't repeating old scenes, one who isn't loyal to struggle, one who gets to create a completely new storyline and life. So, let's go there now. Let's rewire the role, rewrite the script, and make that shift happen today. Let's show your subconscious mind in a language that it understands that it's time to end the old contract and step fully into the creator role. We're going to activate a different script today, one that matches the life that you were meant to live, because the version of you who has it all already exists. They just need you to stop playing by someone else's storyline and step fully into the proper state. You're not here to be a background character in your own life. You're the writer, the lead role, and the creator. So let's begin. Take a moment to get into a comfortable space where you will not be disturbed, and just close your eyes and imagine a soft current of air circling around your body, cool, quiet, and slow. And with your next breath in, maybe you can imagine that current sweeping through your mind. And as you exhale, feel it carrying away any static or tension. Again, breathe in. Feel this current swirl gently behind your eyes, and exhale. And notice how quiet everything is becoming, breathing in and out with ease, now at a pace that suits to you, and I'd like you to bring your awareness to a single point of light floating just behind the center of your forehead. It's soft, steady, subtle, and if you can't visually see the light, just sense it with your awareness. There's no right way, just a gentle focus now, just behind the center of your forehead, a single point of bright light, a quiet intelligence resting in the space where thought takes shape and where insight begins. You may feel it as a warmth or a stillness, or simply how its soft presence calls your attention inward. And now imagine that point beginning to fade, slowly dissolving. It softens, blurs, begins to melt into the dark space behind your closed eyes. And as it fades, so does your thinking mind. Your thoughts loosen and more space opens. And now you're stepping into the layer beneath thought. That quiet space where the mind no longer narrates, it just listens. Perception stretches, time softens, and the deeper part of you, the one who knows how to guide your life in precise ways, begins to wake up. Let your shoulders drop, your jaw release. Let the muscles behind your eyes soften a bit. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to do. Just this quiet shift inward where everything begins to change. And now, just beneath your feet, maybe you can begin to notice the outline of a spiral staircase. It leads downward, softly, lit, calm, and quiet. And with each step that you take from this point forward, you'll drop deeper into that space where your inner script can finally be rewritten. And now, with each breath, I want you to imagine yourself descending down this gentle spiral staircase. And each step lower takes you deeper into do yourself. Step, sir, feeling the outside world begin to fade. Step 9, your breathing slows a bit as your awareness deepens. Step 8, your thoughts becoming much quieter. Now, step 7, all tension unwinding as you move into a softer, more open state. Step 6, the space behind your eyes beginning to relax even more. Step 5, your body may begin to feel heavier as your mind becomes lighter. Step 4, drifting deeper. Step 3, every step down brings you closer to transformation. Step 2, almost there. And step 1, you've arrived to this space where transformation takes place in an easy and effortless way. And now, in this deeply receptive state, you may find yourself standing in front of a heavy wooden door. It's worn smooth with time, like it's been waiting for you, waiting for this moment to step beyond the role that you were handed and into the one that you were born to live. And when you're ready, you can walk up to this door and imagine yourself using your hand to push it open. And inside is a quiet candle-lit room. And in the center of that room is a table. And on that table sits a contract. You might even recognize it when you see it. It's the one your subconscious mind wrote years ago. The one that defined the character that you've been playing since you were young. It says things like stay, agreeable, Don't take up too much space. Keep your dreams realistic. Play this role that others expect of you. Live life in this defined way, and you can easily recognize that you didn't sign this in full awareness. It was created long ago when your subconscious mind was still acclimating to this physical existence. It was created somewhere in your early childhood when your little nervous system was absorbing everything as truth, and you learned how to stay safe by adapting to what others expected. So you see, this contract wasn't born from choice. It was born from programming, from authority, figure, survival, cues, and the fear of doing things wrong. And this was your mind trying to protect to you, but it's no longer the agreement you need. And maybe now you're ready to end it. So, if you're ready to do that, now pick this contract up and tear it straight down the middle. And as it rips, you may be able to feel something inside of you release. Perhaps tension in your shoulders, tightness in your chest, a knot in your gut, or another discomfort in your body, mind, or soul. Just letting itself go as you make this choice to no longer agree to that old contract. And as you do this, the old contract becomes void. It's no longer valid, and with it, the role that you never chose is also released. Take a moment to feel how freeing that is. Now, and just beneath that torn contract, you might be able to see now that there's another document. This one glows softly, as if it's lit from within, like it's been waiting for you to remember. This is your true contract, the adult version, and it's written in the language that your soul understands. It says, "From this moment forward, I live as the one who remembers my true self. I remember my freedom. I remember my voice. I remember my power. I perform now only for my own approval. I accept myself fully and embody that state. I expand, speak, move, create, and choose as the version of me who is aligned with purpose, abundance, joy, and truth. I now follow my own soul-driven map because I carry the blueprint within. To me, I've always carried it. I just forgot that I did until now. My new contract is now activated, and I accept it fully. And as you allow those words to absorb into the deeper recesses of your mind, maybe you can notice something happening on this document, on this contract that's in front of you. The new contract, the one you just accepted, begins to shift a bit. Ink begins to move across the page, as if guided by an unseen hand, forming lines, shapes, symbols, and scenes. It's writing your new story, as if the simple fact of ripping up the old contract has now opened up space for the story to appear. And maybe as you can see this writing beginning to form, you can also see flashes of joy, of abundance, of the life that once felt like a dream becoming your new role. And you don't need to force it. The story just reveals itself to you. Moments of alignment, scenes of freedom, expressions of love, purpose, creativity, and wealth, all flowing together, written in a language that only your soul can read, and you understand it fully, viscerally, and you may even notice how it feels so familiar to you. And as this story continues to unfold on the page, you might be able to notice how it begins to lift off the page, almost like a mist, and form into something three-dimensional, just in front of you. The scene comes alive. It's you, but living that life. You see the way you move, the way you speak, the people, places, and energies surrounding you. This is the version of you who's living the new contract and the new story in real time. Breathe it in and let it become familiar. Watch as this scene unfolds in front of you. And as you continue watching this living version of your story unfold, the figure at the center, the other you that's already living it, turns to face you. They may even lock eyes with you. There's no hesitatio, no question, only a calm knowing presence, and with a single subtle and kind gesture, this version of you signals for you to step forward. They're ready to pull you into this new story line because you remember it now. So now when you feel that pull, step forward, step into them, step into that new upgraded you. And maybe as you do, you can feel your posture shift instantly. Taller, steadier, more confident, and feel your breath expand, becoming richer and fuller, and feel your entire system realigned to this new setting, as it's all easily formed around you, as if your subconscious mind is reorganizing everything to match this new life. It's a simple reinstatement of the role that you were always meant to play, of the life that was never out of reach, just slightly out of focus. And now your lens is clear. It feels right. And just take a moment to feel that now. And from this moment on, you can carry this version of you within every breath, every choice, and every step. You wear it like a cloak. You'll feel it in your skin, your cells, in every thought you think, and every decision you make, guiding you perfectly in every way to one abundant and successful outcome after another. And from this point forward, anytime you need to return to this state, you simply only need to place your hand over your heart and say, inwardly, I remember who I am. And you can do that now if you'd like. Just seal this in and make it vivid and rich in your mind. Just place your hand over your heart and say, I remember who I am. And each time you do this, that phrase reactivates the story. It grounds you in this truth. It fills every part of your body, mind, and soul. And it brings the dream life version of you back to the surface as your new role. Because now it's yours. You can now fully accept the real role that you were born to play. And it all starts now. You've always had the power to do this. You just needed a simple reminder, a quiet awakening to call this version of you forward. Again, let that truth settle in. Now, let it echo through every layer of you. And now take a deep breath in, hold it gently, and exhale, feeling yourself begin to return to the room. Wiggle your fingers, shift your shoulders just a bit, And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, bringing with you everything that just took root inside of you. You are no longer the same version of you who began this process. Something very real shifted within you, and your outer world is already rearranging to match the truth that you've just installed. And if you felt that, if even one moment in this experience sparked something deep inside you, you can comment below. I remember who I am. Let your subconscious mind see it, feel it, and lock it in as your new baseline. And if this experience resonated with you deeply, the processes I've developed go even further, helping you rewire your subconscious, rebuild your internal blueprint, and fully anchor this shift into every area of your life. You'll find resources in the Brive and Part pinned comment below. Each one is designed to support you, no matter where you are on your transformation journey. And for now, you can just let this new signal shape what comes next. You've activated something powerful within you, so walk forward today, not as someone who's trying to change, but as someone who already